to another Friday assessment. Yes, yes, come on in, come on in. Yes, this is the time that you have set apart and said, I am going to assess the man that I am becoming. Who's the man I have been, who the man I am, and who the man I am becoming. The past, the present, and the future. Glory be to God. I thank you, all the King's men, once again for stopping by. Remember to like, tag, and share. Yes, look, we are 1 week out from our first All the King's Men Men's Summit. It was an awesome time. It was a great turnout. It was a great turnout. We had great participation. All the King's Men. I really thank God for each and every one of you, because it is you that make up all the King's men. It is you what it is about. It is building the lives of men. Why? Because we have so many men that are struggling. We have so many men that don't know who they are. They're struggling with purpose. I don't have purpose. And they're basing it off the challenges that they're having. They're basing it off the successes that they're having. That's why the Friday assessment is so important. We are assessing our areas we're experiencing success, areas that we're not experiencing success. And that's why I want to talk about reflections today. I want to talk about reflections because when we think about the man that we should become, who we are as a believer, we should look at the word, and our lives should be reflecting the word. The goal of our lives should be to reflect the word, because I heard it when I said to reflect the word. He said, man, I never live up to that. But that's why God wants you to be who he called you to be. We are striving each and every day. When we reach perfection, boom, we're going to be gone up out of here. So therefore, we're striving every day to mature in the word, so that we can be mature believers, that we walk circumspectly. So all the King's men, I have to ask the question, are you putting in the work? We're doing the Friday assessments. Are you only asking the questions that's on the surface that are easy to deal with? Are you asking the tough questions? Look, because the tough questions, it's not about how you feel about the tough question. It's asking the question and allowing yourself to reflect. How am I responding? What am I doing about these situations? Am I actually responding to the word that I'm not even realizing? Because what I do know is that oftentimes we beat ourselves up, but we're actually working the word. We're working the word that God gave us. We are doing everything that God told us to do, but because of the challenges, we feel like we're falling short. We feel like we're just in the muck and the miry clay. But I have to encourage you, long as you continue to press, long as you continue to push, leaning and depending on God's word to give you the strength, you're on the right path. You're on the right track. But what I want you to do is continue to put your pants on and put in the work. Put in the work and put your pants on. Put your boots on. It might get thick sometime. It might get muddy sometime. It might get wet sometime. It's going to rain, thunderstorm. But you got to put the necessary material on, the tools on. Go in the toolbox. I want you to continue to get tools. Continue to get the tools. Look, what a mechanic does, they continue to get the tools. They don't buy them all at once. They continue to get the tools they need so that they can build their toolbox up. And what it does, then it expands the things that they can work on, that they can attack. Because they may have first-time jobs and they don't have the right tools, but they go get the tools because they assess the situation. Should I rent this tool or should I buy this tool? Then once they put it in the toolbox, they have to learn how to use it and when to use it. That's what the Friday assessment is about. It's about the reflection, because we don't even realize we create habits unknowingly. Then we have to create habits knowingly. When we start to break things, we got to break things and create new habits, all the King's men. That's what I'm talking about, all the King's men. So my prayer is that you would do the Friday assessment and perform some reflection. Reflect on the things that you've been doing. Reflect on the week. It might be painful, but when you reflect, that's when you can take that thing and assess, and you can digest it, and you can start to break the thing down, break the conversation down, break how you respond, break down how you respond, break down why I had a good week, why I had a great week, why I didn't have such a great week. but it's always a good day to have a good day. It's always a great day to have a great day. It's always a great day to have a better day, all the King's men. I just come to encourage you today. Friday assessment, make it an important time in your life to say, you know what, I've been through, I've made it across another week. I may have been challenged across this week, but I'm going to reflect on those challenges because I will not succumb. It ain't gonna get me next time. That's what you got to make the challenge to. That's where the reflecting come in at. When you're growing to be the man that God has called you to be. It's not that you're beating yourself up. Please don't do that. Please don't look at it like that. But look at it as you're building. Okay, yeah, I made a mistake. Now, how are we going to build up on that thing? Because actually, what you do is say, I'm going to build up on this thing. Yes, you're correcting it, but you're building up on it. You're becoming the man that God has created you to be. You're becoming all the King's men. So, all the King's men, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank you for your support, your love. Glory be to God. And I will be coming back soon with our next event, our next activity. Why? Because we have to continue to build this thing so that we can congeal and so that we can have a nucleus and we can continue to build out from there to be the men of God that God has called us to be. So, all the King's men, once again, I thank you. I bless God for you. My prayer is that something that is said and bless your life tremendously, that change your life for forever. My prayers have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and a blessed week to come. Till next time, be blessed.